How's it going this morning? So, we're in a bit of a grumpy mood here. I went to take the face off of this, and every one of these set screws is screwed up. Now, I did manage to get one off, but it's not pretty. So, this is a little interesting. Some of these Hallicrafters have spline wrenches, or the Bristol wrench. They look like an Allen wrench, but they're not. And there are two different kinds of spline wrenches for the same size. There's 4 splines and 6 splines. So you got to look at these really hard. So I spent a long time looking at these really hard and determined that they're just Allen screws, set screws. I also looked at another S40 and determined that they were Allen screws in there too. One thing that's kind of interesting is I took a knob off that other S40 and there's a metal insert in here. These don't appear to have that. Now this is a S40B and that other one is an S40A, so apparently a little updating has went on, or cheapening up. So what I've been doing is I found an Allen screw or Allen set key that seems to fit. Now some of these are pretty screwed up, and what I've been doing is using the soldering iron to heat the key very carefully, get it plenty warm, and then I've been sliding it in there like that. Now I guess we can try and do it here. I don't have enough hands. So. Let's see here. So we'll heat the key up. And I've been reaching down here to feel if it's, when it starts to get, where you can feel it's warm, then I take it out and hurry up and try and get it in there. Okay, now I let it sit a little bit to transfer the heat from the Allen key to the set screw. And I've been using this long handled one. I've been getting way out here and just gently tugging on it. And I actually been pushing back on it a little bit to try and rock it to see if I can get it loose. And just, I don't know. This is pretty loose in there. It's not pretty. I think it might be loosening up. It's cooled off quite a bit. Yeah, we might have to do it again. Okay. So we'll just warm that up again. There it popped. I think you heard it pop. And I just heated it up and worked it back and forth. Now this time I did put a tiny bit of oil in there. That seems to help a little bit. And just plunge the Allen key right into the oil. You could use some penetrating oil, and you can see that it's been spinning on there. It's been tightened a number of times if the camera will focus. Okay. So I'm just gonna, I got 3 down here and 4 to go, and yeah, there's another one with a Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these Allen screws out and throw them away immediately. They're obviously no good and they've been jacked up, and this will reduce my temptation to tinker with them and reuse them, and I'll just go to the hardware store or order some online. They're not that much. Okie dokie. Well, the reason I'm going to get this is there's a cap back in here we need to get out. Well, so how's it going here? So we're tinkering around here. And I managed to get all the set screws loose. And after you do that, to finish getting the face off, you have to take all these little washers and these little thumb screws or thumb nuts, whatever you want to call them, these little beauty nuts. So we're over here and here and here. You take all those off, and then the face should just come off, and it might just fly off here while we're trying to be careful. Okay, and one thing you'll have to do is, which I've already done, is unsolder this. Now you can leave the speaker behind, but just beat the rush and unsolder it. These are lock nuts and they're pretty stiff, so go ahead and take these windows out. You just loosen these and swing them out of the way very carefully. These faces are just plastic, and the screening is on the back, so you can carefully wipe or polish the front. Okay, so we got that done. And I kind of washed the front very, very carefully. If you're not super careful, something like this might appear. Now, I don't remember if I did that. I need to look. I don't remember if I did this or if this is about where the knob, so this might be a rub mark from somebody's hand. I'm going to take credit for it though, because I don't remember it there. And I washed this very carefully with I sprayed a light cloth with a little bit of water and just was wiping it. I believe what happens is nicotine eats into these and it makes them really soft. And I kind of a little disappointed there, but what are you going to do? You start tinkering with this stuff if something's going to get broke. So this is the Hallicrafter without its cute little face on. And there's a cap up under that apron right there that now you can work on. Just for fun, since I couldn't get those screws off, I wanted to see if I could get that cap out of there. And it is possible with a very long needly soldering iron and some work, but it's not any fun. So I went ahead and took this off anyway. Be careful, these faces are plastic and they're a little fragile. And all this exposed steel you see here is me scraping on this thing with literally what they call a plastic razor blade. It's just a little plastic scraper. And this is actually coming out quite nice. It's very smooth and very shiny. I don't care about the shininess, but it beats the hell out of all of this goop. And I don't know what the hell this gunk is. But I don't know. So we're getting that out of there, and I did this in about 10 minutes, just with the plastic razor blade. One thing I did notice too is over here there's a bushing gone. Now this isn't critical, but it does kind of line the thing up a little bit. So that's where we're at. And while I was in here, I oiled these control shafts a little bit and kind of looked at this here. Now would be a great time to get under that back front of that thing and work on any of this stuff you need to work on. I'll probably replace that resistor there, and there's another one I thought there was another right there. I'll just replace them while I'm in there, because if you got to replace them with that face on there, it's going to be a big pain in the ass. It actually hangs over this edge. The chassis is down here, so makes it a little tough. I did clean and grease these drives. This one here, I cleaned it up even though it doesn't look like it. I cleaned this up in here. And I put a little bit of oil on some key places, and over in here I put just a tiny little dab of white lithium grease. And I'm gonna clean all, what the hell was that? All this in here, and basically anything that face is gonna interfere with, I'm gonna clean up. I'll probably clean up back in here and trying to scrape that down and make it look like somebody gave a damn. I was looking at this. This almost looks like an aftermarket IF can. One other thing I noticed is apparently this electrolytic can didn't get soldered down, and I'll have to take that out, and I might restuff that. There's but 3 caps in there. It might be about the right size. Yeah. What can I say? It's evil chuckling from others. Anyway, so that's where we're at. The speaker's still in good shape, and I'm actually going to dismount this speaker, it's no big deal, and just carefully dust in there. I might, I don't know, I haven't decided. There is no grill cloth in there, so there's nothing to stop the dirt from getting in there. I might put a very light, dark, I want to say light weight, dark grill cloth in there just to kind of maybe break that up. This is something else I did too, is I wiped all this goo out of the back of this thing. So it's coming along quite well, and things are starting to go my way a little bit here after having a fight with all the set screws. One of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to throw all these in the ultrasonic cleaner and just give them a little bath. I'll probably throw the hardware, all this hardware in there too. It takes 2 minutes. So there you go. Well, thanks for stopping by, and have a groovy day.